Hello, all you lovely people out there. How is everyone doing? I am Kate Hill and I am bringing you the best, unbiased and honest, useful content on property, along with fantastic hints and tips. Stay tuned today for an Adelaide property update. The amount of property data being published lately is showing some stark differences between locations around Australia. Now, this is not unusual because historically, Australia has always been made up of a number of different markets that are doing different things at the same time because of a variety of diverse economic factors. Now, that was why the boom market conditions around almost the whole nation during 2021 was so unusual, because that generally doesn't happen. Now, though, we are definitely starting to see market cycle differences within some select suburbs in Sydney and Melbourne apparently posting double-digit median value falls over the past year, according to CoreLogic. However, at the other end of the spectrum, we have cities like Adelaide, which is the leader of the capital city pack when it comes to median home value performance over that same period. And that is because its median home value has actually increased 7.1% over the year to the end of January. Perth comes in second with a growth of 2.6%, while the other capital cities recorded median home value falls. But remember, of course, that you can't even generalise across one city. There are suburbs that fall and suburbs that rise even within the same city. So take all of these generalised figures with a large pinch of salt. So why is Adelaide outperforming other bigger cities? Well, it has a lot to do with what is happening in the city's northern reaches and also with current lending trends. If you drive about 30 minutes north or jump on the train from Adelaide's CBD, you will find yourself in the city of Salisbury. It's very lovely. It has been through a construction boom courtesy of medium-scale projects which are generating thousands of jobs. Now, unsurprisingly, property prices have responded with double-digit growth. For example, there is the $1.9 billion Edinburgh Parks precinct, which is under development and dedicating space to multiple industries creating jobs. The Edinburgh Parks Industrial Estate is South Australia's largest master planned industrial estate, with the Northern Adelaide Food Park also home to food and beverage processing manufacturers, food packaging specialists, cold chain supplies and logistic firms. Proximity to major employment precincts is a key part of Salisbury's appeal, obviously, as well as defence projects with investment totalling more than $4 billion. Also in Salisbury's, there is the $250 million Gawler Line train electrification project, the $240 million redevelopment of the Holden plant site, as well as the $28 million Salisbury Aquatic and Recreation Precinct. All of this activity has buoyed the property market in a big way. Rents are rising, yields are just awesome, and vacancies are extremely low. Now, these market metrics provide opportunities for entry-level investors who are attracted to the Northern Adelaide region by affordable house prices as well as high rental returns. It's also appealing to property buyers whose borrowing capacity over the past few months has decreased substantially because of that rise in interest rates. Also in Northern Adelaide, we have the city of Playford, which has strong transport and military hubs, as well as future developments focused on health and sports precincts. Now, that said, manufacturing remains important, with 2,800 people working in the industry in the region. Playford is also the logistical and advanced distribution centre of South Australia. Plus, Playford Council and the University of Adelaide jointly developed the $16 million Stretton Centre in Manopara, which opened in 2015. The Playford CBD is being rejuvenated to the tune of $293 million, courtesy of a plethora of small projects, either recently completed or under construction, and they have created 3,300 jobs. Playford also has a variety of housing throughout, and ongoing urban development continues to spread with new housing estates offering affordable housing. The local council also says that many longer established areas of Playford are earmarked for revitalisation. Agriculture remains relevant in this LGA with an annual output worth around $94 million. The $250 million Playford Alive Town Centre redevelopment, it's quite something. It's being jointly managed by the council and the state government, and it's a project that involves regeneration as well as development of new housing areas to support the construction of 4,000 homes that will eventually house a population of tens of thousands more people. In terms of some of those other highlights that interest property investors here, it is the fastest growing LGA in South Australia. It has multiple major jobs precincts, affordable housing and extraordinary yields when compared to much of the rest of Australia. Now, in recent exciting news for Adelaide, South Australia will be the home of the Australian nuclear-powered submarine construction, helping to deliver the single greatest upgrade for Australia's defence capability. With the first vessels of the future submarine program scheduled to enter service in the mid-2030s, this $80 billion project will continue to benefit South Australia's economy for decades to come. The sheer complexity of submarine building will see the spend spread across a wide range of sectors. The construction industry is already benefiting from the build of the new site at the Osborne shipyard. Shipbuilding is set to be a major driver of manufacturing output and jobs in South Australia. The direct impact is estimated to average about 1,100 jobs per year, and the indirect impact to the supply chain about 1,700 jobs. Pricewaterhouse estimates that South Australia's gross state profit will benefit by about $134 billion over the life of the entire program. It's the equivalent of more than $6,000 per household each year. Just think about that. Adelaide's northern suburbs have a combined population of about 350,000 people, which is forecast to increase by 4% per year until 2036, a figure that is well above the national average. Historically, Adelaide has been one of the most consistent and stable capital city property markets in Australia, but also really underestimated from an investment perspective. Sales activity and prices remain solid in 2020, rose to boom status in 21 and 22, and haven't really stopped in some areas since. Most suburbs in the Playford and Salisbury areas have recorded, as I've said, double-digit price growth and very strong rental yields over these past couple of years off the back of strongly rising sales volumes, ultra-low vacancy rates, but they still remain affordable and are very attractive to investors. Playford is one of the steadiest housing markets in the metropolitan area. It has many suburbs which deliver very steady sales levels. The Salisbury city centre has always been a hive of activity for business and retail, and it's also now fast becoming a prime aspirational residential address. New housing is planned for a number of locations within the city centre, with sites identified for a range of housing, including detached small lots, medium density lots, townhouses, apartments and mixed-use development sites. Now, I really do believe that both the cities of Salisbury and Playford are poised for some major upticks in the wake of considerable government investment in infrastructure, as well as major employment growth. If you want to download my totally free, obligation-free area report for Northern Adelaide showcasing all of these statistics, click on the link below. And remember that different areas generally are going to be doing different things at different times. Not all property markets perform the same, and not all property markets are suitable for every investor. So you must talk to a licensed and qualified professional before you make any investment decisions. Stay tuned as I keep you updated on all things property from around Australia. I hope you're enjoying all the free content. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye.